key in the door. You love that sound. It means home. It means her. She slips into bed, soft and familiar. You think you know every detail. Her laugh, the scar on her knuckle, the way she hums the radio when she cooks. You have no idea how quickly your life will turn into a case file. 3 nights later, the call comes at 2 in the morning. Her voice is clipped. She tells you to walk the dog. She tells you to lock the back door. She tells you nothing else. When you ask who is on the phone, she says, nobody you need to know. That's the first small lie. You let it slide. You want to believe her. You will learn that believing her will be both your refuge and your undoing. Level 2. You start collecting the little oddities like coins in a pocket. Unexplained calls that she steps into the hallway to take. A question about your high school principal she never asked before. A second toothbrush in the drawer labeled guests. Her jacket left on the chair. A thread of a different uniform caught on the cuff. At dinner, she names streets you never told her you grew up on. She calls you Michael in a whisper once. Your middle name, the one you never told her. You think it's intimacy. You think it's connection, but it's data. You miss the pattern because love is a fog that softens edges. It's easier to believe truth than investigation. Level 3. The box under her bed is the first real crack. You find it by accident, she drops her keys and curses. You bend to pick them up, and your fingers slide across a badge wrapped in tissue. It's not a motel key or a club card. It's an FBI credential folded and worn. You hold it, and the world compresses. You feel heat in your face and a cold spike in your gut. You sit on the floor and stare at the woman you've been planning a life with. She comes back a minute later with coffee. You have the badge in your hands. She doesn't scream. She doesn't run. She drinks her coffee like someone waiting for a beating. I was going to tell you, she says. You laugh because it's better than crying. She tells you, going to tell you, she says. You laugh because it's better than crying. She tells you everything at once. Assignment, cover name, handlers, evidence. Her voice is flat. She repeats a line you will never forget. You were my case. You think it's a mistake. You think they mean someone else. She shows you the email chain. She shows you surveillance photos of your car outside a warehouse. You remember the nights out, the guys you used to roll dice with. You remember nothing about the warehouse. You think you could have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. So you ask her, do you love me? She looks at you like she has measured the weight of that word 1,000 times. Yes, she says. But you cannot tell if it's the truth or a softer lie. Level 4. Then the world tilts. A black SUV parks across the street with the engine idling. You see movement in the dark and understand what you have avoided seeing. You have been watched. You find a camera in your mailbox. You see the wire running along the fence when you step outside to smoke. A man in a jacket, hands in his pockets, walks past your building too many times. You call your brother. You call a friend. You call the number on the back of the badge. The voice on the line is calm and clinical. We need to talk. They have been watching you for months. Your file is thicker than you imagined. They believe you are the link to a larger network. Guns, shipments, offshore accounts. You are the linchpin. Your name sits in capitals at the top of a case folder. She sits beside you at the FBI office while men you've never met study you. You are cooperative because you have to be. You are terrified because she is the one asking the questions. When she looks at you across the table, you...
5. In the back of the building, you find the first real twist. A flash drive tucked into the heel of your boot when you shower. You didn't put it there. On it, invoices, wire transfers, pictures of your ID used to pick up the cash. Someone is using your name like a mask. You are being framed. You should think relief. You are not the mastermind. Instead, the room narrows. If someone is framing you, then they can make anyone disappear. The FBI moves faster. The criminals move faster. A man from your past calls you. Low voice, no greeting. We need to talk about settling what you owe. You tell him you've been set up. He laughs like a sharp knife. You're on the list now. You want to run. You have nowhere clean to go. She offers a plan, a safe house, a temporary identity. She will move on the evidence herself. You watch her prepare, strap on a vest, close the door behind her, answer her handler's call with a voice that is all business. You watch the woman you love split into two, and you hear the warning in your own head. Split loyalties have a way of being fatal. Level 6. The night the trap closes, they both break the rules. You move like a ghost through back alleys and half-lit streets. Her hand on your back steadies you. She leads you to a warehouse on the edge of town, a place your file says you visited and insists you organized. There are people there, men with faces like banknotes, unremarkable and dangerous. You are supposed to walk in alone. Instead, she walks with you. Her gun is soft under your jacket. The criminals shout a name you do not recognize. Then someone lifts a phone and shows your face on the screen. A man with a scar steps forward. He calls you by your old nickname, the one you never told her. You feel the air leave you. You are not part of this crew. You were a copy. A diversion. Someone made your life into a role you never auditioned for. A firefight blunts the edges. She's brilliant in the chaos. Decisive, dangerous, decisive again. She keeps you safe. You watch her point a gun and talk them down like a negotiator with a blade. But the handler arrives mid-argument, breathless, furious. He reads you like a script he is supposed to follow. You compromise the op, he says to her. She looks at him like she might break. Then she does something no one expected. She burns the file on her tablet in front of him. She smiles, a small, terrible smile. No, she says, I didn't. You are sure she will be arrested. You think she will hand you over. Instead, she throws her badge into a puddle and steps between you and the man with